business teacher, Ezemebu Veronica. Last week we treated Petty Cash Book. And this week what you have in your scheme of work is manuscript and printers correction sign. By the end of this lesson, we'll be able to state the meaning of manuscript, state the guideline for typing from manuscript, then state the meaning of printers correction sign, and even list some of them and explain them. Then you have to explain the meaning of abbreviation and the types of abbreviation. So, let's start immediately. I brought in manuscripts in this topic because you can't treat printers correction sign without knowing the meaning of manuscript. Manuscript is a handwritten copy of document to be typed. Handwritten of document to be typed. It is usually untidy. You know, when you write something with your hand, you might make many mistakes, and being the mood you are, some will be in a haste while writing, and their handwriting will not be fine. So, manuscript is handwritten copy of document to be typed. It is usually untidy with all sorts of longhand abbreviation, standard abbreviation, correction signs, cancellation, and at times wrong spelling of words. That is the reason why when you write anything, after writing, read it severally, read it again and again, and make your corrections. When you make all these things, they are being found in the manuscript. So, from this manuscript, or the one they type before you edit, for you to print out, you have to make these printers correction signs. You have to make corrections in the work before you print it out, or before you produce large quantity of large copies of the document. So we have to treat some of them. But meanwhile, when typing from manuscript, there are some guidelines which you must bear in mind to bring out a better work. 1. Guideline for typing from manuscript. Note all abbreviations and write their full meaning. When you are writing putting down your information or notes or letter, you might make some abbreviation. Then after putting them down, note all the abbreviations and write their full meaning where necessary. Secondly, refer to the dictionary for words which you are not sure of their spellings. Refer to the dictionary, consult your dictionary and know the correct spelling of the words. Those words we are not sure of. Then refer to the dictionary for the correct spelling of words. Whenever you have doubt as to the correctness of the words, refer to the dictionary. At times you may spell a word and you are not quite sure whether it's correct or not. Go straight to the dictionary and find out to be sure. Then, do not type carelessly. Do not type carelessly. When you are typing, focus your attention in the words you are typing so that you will not type another word. Then, this printer's correction sign. Before we move into it, you have to know the meaning of printer's correction sign. These are signs made by editors and typesetters to mark correction before a work goes for printing. Some of the signs are these ones I put down. They are the signs. Some of them, or majority of them, is what I put on the board. I say that they are those signs editors and the typesetters they used to mark corrections where they will correct either from the manuscript or the one they have typed but they have not finished the work. As they are reading, they may see some things they need to correct and they will put the signs so that whoever that will type the one they will print out will make those corrections. Or even the boss of the organization can go through your type work and still make some corrections before you do your final work. That is, you do the final printing. Those signs are one. We have NP. NP is a para, meaning begin with a new paragraph. For example, I will state something that will help you. There are some sentences here which I didn't put. Without distraction, full stop. All the electrical, blah, 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 and so on. This all, here they have ended main point of their discussion and they want to enter another information. They have to carry this thing or set this. As I put NP on top of it, means that whoever that will type the work should not leave it here again. It should not be in this line. That this all the electrical facility and so on should start a new paragraph. So the person that will type will now remove this all and form a new paragraph with it. Then state. State means let the cancelled word stand or ignore the cancellation. At times you may make a sentence which is correct and you, out of hurry, you cancel it. Then when you read it again, you see that, oh, this thing I cancelled is correct. Then you come by the side and write state. State means that the person that will type it finally will say, okay, state means that he or she should ignore the cancellation and still type the word because it is correct. Then trans or TRS, we call it transpose, means after the order or position of the word. And I made another example. A time to get and a, you see now, what we're supposed to have here before to is time. But they made mistake by writing to before time. You transpose it. That a time to get and a time to. These two should come here and this one should come here to lose. Then another one is cap or uppercase. That is using capital letter or uppercase letters. They may give you a word and you want to use this word to form heading. When you are forming heading, it should not be in small letter. A changing word. And your boss might tell you as a typist that you should use cap or use C in typing it. You will just come on top and write cap or use C. When you see it, what it means is changing it to capital letter, changing word. We have another one there, LC. That one is lower case. Type the marked word or letter in small letter. Like I use that changing word to change it to small letter, a changing word. Then here it means when you have this sign, what it means is close up the gap or space. I have sentence at the back, that is why I dotted it. To every purpose, You see here now is gap. It's one word, but because the writer is in a haste, he now write on with gap before that. The heaven to every purpose under the heaven. That under here, this sign means close the gap, and I put it. So when the typist want to do the final work, once you see this thing, what it means is close the gap is one word. Then we have insert carrots. We call this thing carrots. Insert, whenever you see carrot, it will tell you what you will insert in that place. And here is full stop. It said insert full stop where it is indicated by caret. Where this caret indicates in your sentence, you should insert full stop. It's not only full stop. It might tell you other things you will insert. Like here, I have those ones that talking about quotation. Even omission of letters, it will tell you to insert. You will just put the insert caret sign there. Then we tell you what you will insert. Like here, it gave us full stop. At times it may be quotation mark or semicolon or comma. Anyone will ask you, he will give you the caret before giving you what you will insert. So here he said you should insert full stop where it is indicated by the caret. So when you write a sentence and you didn't put full stop, it will give you the order. Then here space cap. Space cap. Change the underlying word to space capitals. For example, I may write account and underline it in a sentence. Then I will come on top of it and write space cap. Space cap means change it with the number of buttons. As we press Q, it moves. We press the first one, press the second one, space key. For example, in our phone, if you want to type something now, you want to give gap, you press 0. So when you press first capital, you must have space. One big space. Press the second, same thing until you finish. That is why I have the gaps. Then, another one, this one is in that inside I said for up, things that will be on top. Insert double quotation mark. For example, in this way, let there be light. This quotation is quoted by God. We are not one, so that is why we carry two quotation marks. And this one, a single quotation mark. Woman is her name. Then another one is run on. Run on, either they write it in this with spelling run on, or they make sign. Either it is in vertical or horizontal. That sign means run on. That is continue to type. No new paragraph. Continue. Assuming that, like I use an example here, time to keep, maybe the line has finished, or I still have space, but I didn't write, I continue the next line. Time to keep and time to cast. Then you see the arrow that it should run on. This one here should continue in this line until you reach, then you continue under it. You don't stop or carry it or change it to another position or use it to form a new paragraph. No, you continue to type until the line gets to the machine gets to the end, like in typewriter. Once you ring the bell, you know that it will go to the next line for your continuation. Then delete order. Omit the cancelled word or letter or words. Delete order means remove it. Either they underline it, I put it here for you to understand well better. Underline the word they want you to remove, and then use the cancellation sign with the line under to highlight those ones you will omit. It is called delete order. Then here is another sign, hash or Z. Allow space. Allow space. In this sentence, something was written at the back, which is planted. There is no gap. But the reader now find, oh, you made mistake, there is no gap, but this place is supposed to have gap. What it means is to put the cancellation sign, that is 1 and then cross it, which is allowed space. So this is should allow space here and then here, which is, you see the space now, planted. Then here is a omission of letter. Omission of letter. There is something is missing. What this sign is telling us is a letter is missing here. In a word, that something is missing. It's now left for you to think of that thing that is missing. But the reader who is giving the correction should put down the sign with the letter that is missing or the word that is missing. A time more. You see that something is missing here, and that is this. A time to more. You put the sign with to, telling you the thing that is missing here. Then cancellation of letter. This only one slash is talking of a letter only. Cancellation of a letter. But if it's more than, you can put the one and put another one where the letters you want to remove or the word you want to remove, as I did here with underline. Then you know it's not only a letter that is for delete or that delete the entire sentence or word. But only one represents a letter. Cancellation of letter. A time to rend and a time to sew. But there is a letter before E, L. So you remove the L by putting the line there. Then we have shift order. Shift order. This arrow here is telling us to shift to the right, while the other one is telling us to shift to the left. And I still maintain with my example all the electrical facility. Here, this all is before the margin. I'm giving an example. Assuming it's before the margin, it now asks you shift it to the right. Or this one is in the middle of the size book, in the middle of the margin. Now asks you to shift it to the left. So these are some of the examples, and for you to do it or get more idea of it, you need to practicalize it, or you go to your textbook, look for written work under manuscript, written work which has these signs. You now translate them. In fact, if we come back for this section, whenever we come back, we will do it in detail in the school, because I have many handwritten work which you will translate all the signs from the written work. You now change it and present a normal write-up for me with those corrections. You are the one to make the corrections and now write bring out the write-up again, present it in a better way. So my dear, just read these ones, go through them while we wait and hope that one day government will call off this sit at home and we all will be allowed to come back and continue with our study.